If Kerala has a heartbeat, you can hear it here. This is Ernakulam, the commercial capital of the state, built around the great harbour city of Kochi, the place they call the Queen of the Arabian Sea. For 2000 years, ships from Rome, China, Arabia, and Europe have dropped anchor on this coast to trade in pepper and spice. And here is something that tells you who these people are. Back in 1990, Ernakulam became the very first district in all of India to be declared fully literate. An ancient port that never stopped reinventing itself. That, in short, is Ernakulam. Ernakulam sits in the center of Kerala, on the southwestern coast of India, where the Arabian Sea meets a maze of backwaters, islands, and the wide mouth of the Periyar, the longest river in the state. At its heart is Kochi, Kerala's largest city and busiest urban hub. The district covers about 3,063 square kilometers, and in the 2011 census, it was home to nearly 33 lakh people. Getting here is easy. Kochi sits on the main coastal railway, and Cochin International Airport, just north of the city, holds a remarkable distinction. It was the first airport in the world to run entirely on solar power. Coast, islands, river, and city, all woven together. Ernakulam district was carved out on the 1st of April 1958, stitched together from the old taluks of Kanayanur, Kochi, Kunnatunad, Aluva, and Paravur. Today it is divided into 7 taluks. The administrative headquarters once sat in Ernakulam city itself, but as the city grew crowded, it was shifted east to Kakanad, now a booming hub of glass towers and IT parks. Nearby Tripunithura was once the royal seat of the Kingdom of Cochin, and its old palace still stands. From a princely capital to a modern metropolis, this district has worn many crowns. Long before Kochi, there was Muziris, the legendary spice port that traded with the Roman Empire. When a great flood of the Periyar silted up that old harbour in the 14th century, a new natural port opened at Kochi, and history simply moved south. The Portuguese arrived first, building Fort Kochi and St. Francis Church, the oldest European church in India, where the explorer Vasco da Gama was once buried. Then came the Dutch, who left behind the Mattancherry Palace, and finally the British. Along these shores, you can still see the great cantilevered Chinese fishing nets said to have arrived in the days of the explorer Zheng He. And in Mattancherry stands the Paradesi Synagogue, built in 1568 by a Jewish community that called Kochi home for centuries. Kochi has always been a city of trade, and it still is. The Cochin Port is one of the largest in India, handling more than 37 million tons of cargo a year. The Cochin shipyard is among the country's biggest, and it built India's first homemade aircraft carrier, the INS Vikrant. Out on the backwaters, the giant BPCL refinery turns crude oil into fuel for half of South India. But Ernakulam's newest engine is the mind. At Infopark and Smart City, more than 100,000 people now work in software and services. The city is knitted together by the Kochi Metro and by India's very first water metro, a fleet of electric boats linking the islands to the mainland. For 2,000 years, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, and Jewish communities have lived side by side here, and the culture is a beautiful tangle of all of them. This is a land of Kathakali, the great masked dance drama, and of Kalaripayattu, one of the oldest martial arts in the world. Every winter, the old warehouses of Fort Kochi fill with art for the Kochi Muziris Biennale, the largest contemporary art exhibition in India. New Year is rung in with the Cochin Carnival, and the Onam season brings boats, feasts, and flowers. And the food? Fresh seafood, fiery fish curries, and the spices that made this coast famous is reason enough to visit. For a single district, Ernakulam has given India an extraordinary roll of names. There is K.J. Yesudas, born in Fort Kochi, one of the greatest voices India has ever produced, beloved across every language. There is Vailopilli Sridhara Menon, a towering poet of Malayalam literature. And there is Father Abel, who founded Kala Bhavan, the institution that launched a whole generation of Kerala's actors and mimicry artists. Wherever Malayalam is spoken, the sound of Kochi travels with it. For the traveler, Ernakulam is a feast. Begin at Fort Kochi, where the Chinese fishing nets dip into a golden sea at sunset, and the old quarter is full of colonial churches, cafes, and street art. Wander into Mattancherry to see the Dutch Palace, Jew Town, and the candlelit Paradesi Synagogue. In the city, stroll the Marine Drive walkway as ships glide across the harbour, or visit the Grand Hill Palace at Thripunithura, the largest archaeological museum in Kerala. Escape to the long golden sands of Cherai Beach, take a boat to the Green Islands, or head east to the Thattekad Bird Sanctuary set up on the advice of the great ornithologist Salim Ali. Old and new, sea and forest, Ernakulam has it all. An ancient spice port, a modern metropolis, and a meeting point of the world's faiths and trades. That, in short, is Ernakulam, the queen of the Arabian Sea. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe and comment your own district below, and we will cover it next.